See this right here? This is a stuck drive shaft. It's a bad dream. I'm going to show you 3 things today on how to wake up from that nightmare. Number 1, why drive shafts seize up in the power head and whose fault it is. Number 2, the tools and techniques you need to unseize that drive shaft without destroying the power head. And number 3, the one mistake that caused that nightmare and how to never have that dream again. This 1968 Evinrude 9.5 put up a good fight, but stick with me. The dream has a happy ending. Today's video is going to be about the nightmare of a stuck drive shaft. That's right. This is a nightmare. Every outboard mechanic hates it here when a drive shaft gets stuck in the power head. So I'm working on this 1968 Evinrude 9.5. It's a model 9822 for our Brook in North Carolina, and I'm dismantling it, getting ready to clean it, rebuild it, put it back together, and I couldn't get the gear case off. So because the drive shaft is stuck. So I'm going to document trying to get it unstuck, and maybe it'll give you some ideas if you ever have the nightmare. So if everybody's ready, here we go. Okay, so like I said, I'm taking this 9.5 apart, and when I went to take the gear case off, I couldn't get it off. Just take the 4 bolts off right here. Supposed to drop it down. It's supposed to have a little crack in there to be able to get in there and get the shift connector bolt off, and then it should just come off, and the drive shaft should just come off with it. Wouldn't do it, but I did get enough of a crack in it by using a pry bar. I did get enough of a crack to get the shift bolt out where it could come, but it wouldn't go any further. So I applied a whole lot of pressure, and the pin that holds inside the water pump housing, the pin that spins the impeller, actually pulled straight out through the housing, and I got it off. That's how I got it off. So if you do have it stuck, can't get the gear case off, and you do have it stuck, just take a pry bar and pry. The pump housing is plastic, so that pin will eventually cut through the plastic and ruin the housing, but that's all you can do. So at this point, I do have the gear case off, but the drive shaft is stuck. Now, I want to make clear why that drive stack is shut, and I'm going to tell you why. Because somebody took it off and didn't grease the splines when they put it back into the power head, and it's stuck, probably running salt water. So I'm going to take it off. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the sides off. Then I'm going to take this lower unit housing off, and it'll expose just the drive shaft where it sits into the power head. And I'm going to turn it upside down, build a stand for it, for the power head to be upside down with the drive shaft in the air. And I'm going to put some penetrating oil, let it soak in there, bang on it, maybe apply some heat, and try to get it out. I've been through this before 2 or 3 times, and sometimes that works. If it doesn't work, what I'm going to do, hopefully it doesn't come to this, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a stand, and I'm going to attach something to this drive shaft and turn the motor upside down where the power head is facing down, and bang on the power head, and the weight of the power head, put something underneath it where it protects it from falling off. Bang on the power head base until it comes off from the drive shaft. It's going to be a battle. It's a nightmare, but I want to save the power head for Brook. I can damage the drive shaft if I need to. I have other drive shafts. So I'm just going to kind of document this process. It's going to be fun. I kind of like challenges like this, and it's if you've ever worked on these motors and you get a stuck drive shaft, you know how it can be a nightmare. But I'm going to do it. I'm determined to do it. All right, here we go. Okay, so the plan here is to build a stand here to flip this motor upside down, have it, the two braces holding it upside down, and then try to work on getting this out. Hopefully I can notch this drive shaft with some kind of plate that I can end up with the drive shaft here with the motor underneath here, let the weight of the motor, and then we can bang on this right here to try to get it off. That's the plan. Let's see how it works. Oh, here we go. I got her turned upside down. I got some screws kind of holding her in place. And I got a mark here. I'm going to take a grinder and I'm going to grind some notches in this drive shaft so I can put my clamp on it and bead on it and try to pull it out this way. That doesn't work. We'll have to flip her over and let the weight of the motor do the work, but we're going to give it another try. Oh, we're getting serious now. I'm going to grind me a place to put my vice grips on it. Success! We got it out, baby. That's how you do it. That's how you remove a drive shaft. The nightmare is over. Look at that drive shaft. Wow. Wow. You can always do it if you just got the skills and the tools to do it. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. Now I can continue with Brooks Rebuild. Well, look at that, chat. The nightmare is over. Now, one thing before you leave. Remember, when you pull that drive shaft off, put some grease on that spline. All right? Dry metal up against that power head and salt water makes the nightmares begin. If you're working on a Johnson or Evinrude, don't forget my website, tmikevintageoutboards.com. It's got all the links there to help you out. Mail and repair service, parts broker, technical consulting, and of course the videos. Now, before you go, hit that like button and watch this next video. It'll take you right where you need to be. See y'all next time, Sha.